where cruise lovers, ocean explorers, and curious travelers come together to uncover the real stories behind the world's most impressive ships and luxury yachts. Today, we're diving into one of the most important topics for every cruiser, especially first-timers and even seasoned travelers who think they know it all. We're talking about the 12 things you should never do on embarkation day. That first day is exciting, emotional, and full of expectations, but it is also the most chaotic part of the entire cruise experience. One wrong move on this day can affect your entire journey, from delayed boarding to lost luggage to missing out on the best parts of the ship. This video will help you avoid the hidden mistakes that can turn anticipation into frustration, so you can start your cruise the smart way. Embarkation day is when you first experience the key operational features of a cruise ship, and that matters more than most people realize. A modern cruise ship is a floating city, and cities have systems that must work in perfect balance. When you arrive late, ignore check-in instructions, or rush the boarding process, you interrupt a system that is designed to handle thousands of guests smoothly. These ships use advanced terminal scheduling, digital boarding passes, biometric identity checks, and coordinated luggage handling. If you show up too early or too late, you can overwhelm these systems or miss your assigned boarding window entirely. The key feature most people don't respect is time management, because the ship itself runs on a precise timeline that is connected to port authorities, fuel logistics, and international maritime regulations. The design of cruise ships on embarkation day is built around passenger flow, and this is where many travelers make mistakes without noticing. Terminals and gangways are designed like funnels that guide human movement in the safest and most efficient way possible. When passengers cut lines, ignore signage, or try to carry too much luggage through narrow gangways, it slows everything down. One of the biggest mistakes is wearing complicated clothing or accessories that slow down security screening, because security checkpoints are designed similarly to airport systems. Shoes, belts, metal accessories, and bulky jackets all delay the flow. The ships themselves are designed so that the main atrium and central spaces absorb large crowds, and if you fight against that natural layout instead of following it, you will feel lost and overwhelmed. When it comes to interior features, embarkation day is not the time to treat the ship like a private playground. Many passengers immediately try to access specialty restaurants, pools, spas, and exclusive lounges, not realizing that crew members are still completing final safety checks and interior preparations. Doors may be closed, furniture may be in transition, and some areas might still be undergoing deep cleaning. One of the biggest mistakes is dropping your carry-on bags in random corners or sitting in restricted areas because your cabin may not be ready yet. The interiors are designed with hidden storage spaces, crew-only pathways, and service corridors that must remain clear. When passengers ignore these invisible design features, they create congestion that affects both staff and other guests. Another major mistake on embarkation day is underestimating how the ship's performance systems operate during this stage. A cruise ship doesn't instantly switch to full guest comfort mode. Power distribution systems are balanced between dockside electricity and onboard generators. Water treatment systems are stabilizing freshwater supply. HVAC systems are calibrating temperatures across hundreds of cabins and public areas. When people overload elevators, demand instant cabin access, or complain about temporary temperature fluctuations, they reveal a misunderstanding of how complex these performance systems are. Ships at this stage are still transitioning from port operations to sea-ready mode. Embarkation day is more like a soft launch of a floating machine than a hotel check-in. One thing you should never do is rush to your cabin and assume everything should be perfect the moment you step on board. Cabins are part of an intricate interior system that includes ventilation paths, plumbing lines, electrical hubs, and smart control panels. On modern ships and luxury yachts, cabin technology includes keycard-linked power systems, motion-activated climate controls, and low-vibration stabilizing structures. These systems often require final crew activation. If you complain too early or tamper with controls, you may disrupt how your cabin is calibrated for the rest of the cruise. This is especially true on advanced vessels with smart lighting, smart curtains, and sound-dampening technology built into the walls and ceilings. Another common mistake is ignoring the mandatory safety drill mindset. Even if the drill has been streamlined, the safety design of a ship is one of its most powerful technical achievements. Muster stations are placed according to weight distribution, evacuation flow, and ship stability physics. Lifeboats are not just boats, they are enclosed survival vessels with independent engines, water supplies, and navigation tools. If you skip instructions, lose your muster location, or take this process lightly, you are missing a core part of the ship's engineering intelligence. These ships are carefully balanced structures, and emergency systems are integrated into the very skeleton of the vessel. Let's talk about luggage, which is another area where people make huge mistakes. The luggage handling system on a cruise ship works like a miniature airport logistics network. Bags are scanned, sorted, loaded onto mobile conveyor systems, and delivered through crew-only elevator shafts. If you overpack your carry-on, you'll spend hours dragging it through narrow corridors. If you pack prohibited items or forget to label your luggage properly, you can delay not only your bags but also the work sequence of the crew. The smart move is understanding that the ship's logistical interior is designed for smooth and visible movement, not chaos created by last-minute decisions. A surprisingly overlooked mistake is rushing to book shore excursions, dining reservations, and spa services the moment you board. The ships are designed with digital systems and onboard apps that balance availability in real time. Overloading guest services desks in the first hour creates unnecessary stress. Most modern vessels allow bookings through in-cabin TVs or mobile portals that are linked to the ship's central computer systems. These systems are part of the vessel's unique selling points, representing how technology has transformed the cruising experience into something closer to a floating smart city rather than a simple vacation boat. Now let's highlight the unique selling points of ships and luxury yachts that people fail to appreciate on embarkation day. Stabilization technology is one of the most impressive aspects. Large gyroscopic stabilizers and fin systems are already active even while docked, preparing the ship for open sea. Hull coatings are designed to reduce drag and improve fuel efficiency, which is why you may notice silent vibrations underfoot. Bridge navigation systems are calibrating satellite links and radar sensitivity. These are not visible tourist attractions, but they are the reason the voyage feels smooth and controlled later on. Many guests make the mistake of staying glued to their phones searching for signals instead of understanding that ships have their own communication architecture. Onboard Wi-Fi systems use satellite relays, ship-mounted antennas, and bandwidth balancing software. During embarkation day, these systems are under heavy load as thousands of people connect at once. Complaining about slow internet during this calibration stage is like complaining about slow elevators during a building's grand opening. The ship's unique structure as a moving network hub is something to respect, not fight against. Another mistake is failing to explore the ship strategically. People often wander without understanding the layout, leading to frustration and wasted time. Ships are designed with zoning in mind. Quiet zones, entertainment zones, family zones, and crew operational zones are planned like a three-dimensional maze. The smartest passengers move with the flow, using deck maps and digital guides to gradually absorb the ship's structure. This is where SHIPVERSE viewers can gain an advantage by thinking like ship designers, not just tourists. One of the biggest mistakes on embarkation day is treating the crew like ordinary hotel staff instead of maritime professionals. Every crew member has safety training, emergency roles, and technical responsibilities beyond customer service. The uniform designs, name tags, and visible work tools are not just branding, they are part of a structured maritime hierarchy. Respecting this system makes your experience smoother and ensures the ship's internal rhythm stays intact. Food is another area where mistakes happen. People overload their plates at the buffet, not realizing that food service logistics on ships are carefully calculated. Kitchens operate with industrial airflow systems, temperature-controlled storage, and real-time inventory tracking. Wasting food early in the cruise affects supply planning for later days. Ships are designed to carry just enough fresh produce and frozen goods to last the full voyage with minimal waste. Understanding this makes you a more responsible and appreciated guest. Embarkation day is also not the time to overtrust the schedule. Many people plan tight spa appointments, show reservations, and private dinners on the very first afternoon, but ships and yachts are still adjusting their internal pacing. Performance systems, navigation clearance, and port departure timelines can shift slightly. Flexibility is part of respecting how these floating machines operate. The best cruisers treat embarkation day as an orientation experience, not a race against time. Luxury cruise yachts take all of this to another level. These smaller vessels are designed with even more precision. Their hulls are often made from lightweight alloys or composite materials that improve hydrodynamic efficiency. Interior spaces use real wood veneers, acoustic insulation, and vibration-dampening floors. On embarkation day, these materials are settling into temperature and humidity levels, which is why patience is essential. The unique selling point of a yacht is intimacy and precision, not speed and rush. By avoiding these 12 common embarkation day mistakes, you align yourself with the true intelligence of ship and yacht design. You move in harmony with performance systems, interior logic, safety engineering, and operational flow. You stop fighting the ship and start flowing with it. That's when cruising transforms from a simple vacation into an experience of living inside a masterpiece of marine engineering. This is what SHIPVERSE is all about, helping you see ships not just as transport, but as living machines with heart, logic, and soul. If you enjoyed this deep dive, keep sailing with SHIPVERSE because the ocean has many more stories to tell.